a moment from the Kleeman novel that I would really like to focus on and kind of interpret is the moment where Allison is destroying the lawn and moving on to the neighbor's lawn. And I will like to pair this with the portion of the Goffman reading when we discuss personage and what it means to be a person, and the etymological history of person meaning mask. Because I think that something new under the sun is constantly playing this game of masks, right? All of the characters, are either wearing their masks, as in the cast in Hollywood, or they are tearing away their masks, right? Allison and Nora has not yet developed a mask. And we create this mask as we become indoctrinated into society, as we perfect how we are to present ourselves. And before Allison has the freak out, she is tidily living in a state of societal personhood, where she has her manners and she has her HOA and she's comfortable and she knows the world is dying, but she still continues to act as if nothing is going on. And it is only through this constant negative awareness of the environment dying that she loses it. Just absolutely can't bear any longer to have the facade, the mask. And I think it's a really interesting parallel to her husband, who is constantly putting too much into his mask, constantly clinging to the identity of author to the point where it's his detriment, like clinging to the concept that this will be his break, that this will be what defines him. And he's gone out to California and abandoned his family to fulfill what he thinks he should be as a person, and the contrary is Allison going to mourn this world. And it was a very touching movement. And the mask slips. And we know this because when Allison sees the neighbor at the supermarket, she apologizes and she hates herself for it. And that exact distinction is what lets us know that she is unraveling herself, right? Because to the course, right, the performance of everyday life, right, the performance of everyday life does not directly equate to like a real phenomenological experience, right, as an individual, or any form of truth to ourselves. It's just how we exist in concert in this grand circus. And I think because of society, especially like a suburban society and a dying society and a late stage capitalist society, it becomes easier and easier to be divided among those lines. And we are incentivized to construct and reinforce these personas. And when you do drop the mask, right, like Allison drops the mask, everyone looks at you like, what's wrong, right? Because you aren't comfortable. You know, they say, like, art should comfort the sick and discomfort the well, or whatever. I think Kleeman does that really well in this novel. And that's why I think it's so many mixed reviews, because it's not just the surface level. Right? You really gotta compare this one. Thanks.